else you will see out of
Let's
the
see,
last
what else?
airbender? Water, earth, fire, air, everything that soda, soda, soda. Fuck.
What is this? Ooh,
That Destiny? It looks like fucking Destiny.
Look at that, Amy. There's a gun behind you.
Transformers, dumb. Optimus and Megatron, and then you got Trypticon, and you got Omega Supreme,
I was
and you
gonna
got
guess
Ironhide
Warhammer.
and RC.
It kind of looks
and you got
Warhammer-esque.
Jazz right
Yeah, it's
here,
pretty
and
Warhammer.
Bumblebee,
I mean, I got
and you got Starscream,
this
and then Shockwave and Soundwave.
and this and this and this.
I don't even know how to do that.
Wait,
Yeah,
you guys want to see a
this
really
is
good
like
one?
my high school Zoom, like college Zoom account.
Posture check.
So I got this.
Here's a good one. This is my Google background.
Da-da-dun, 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 da-da-dun.
Yeah, the only question is, I don't know
Here's
who
where
the other
we
chick
were.
is. I don't know who the other chick is here. Here? Because you got Scarlet Witch up here, and then you got Black Widow, and I don't know who the other one is.
It's the dance of Italy.
Whoa,
Oh,
whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm solving it. So
it's a dance of Italy. Oh.
I was like, "What's Mike?" You know, I
oh
think.
boy. None.
Okay, you can go.
None shall pass.
Hey, that's my background.
Guys, look. Point of view, I'm a zombie.
There's a friend. Oh, man went away. I'm going to the eternal void of the channel.
Well, I can put my Minecraft skin on. I think maybe it's my Minecraft skin, kind of.
What the fuck? I can't. What is that?
You wanna know a cool thing? One of the people in my college D&D group made a Minecraft skin from a character in that campaign.
That's pretty rad. Guys, look. It's my D&D character.
Wow, he looks cool.
Thanks.
Why are they all backward? No, not mirror. There we go.
Look, don't we look alike?
I can see it. There are some.
Wait.
You look alike mentally, buddy.
I did it. Okay, how do I stop this?
I'm Optimus Prime. I want the.
I miss the days of Among Us, man. And that was like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I miss Among Us.
The background of my computer is just gone.
The background of my computer is Primus because I stole it from Ave because his background was.
I'm telling you, I had a pretty dope background, and I was like, "Yo, Rick, look at this," and then Rick was like,
Mine was
cool.
the Origins picture. And I was like, this is fucking lame compared to that. All right, sorry for that disturbance.
Right.
Is anyone ready to start up again?
Yeah, I'm good.
What happened to Yoku?
It changed as well as Oz, Sweetie, and Garlic Jargons.
Sweet tea.
Sweet tea.
Sweet tea.
That was a funny joke.
Sorry, I'll just leave it. Yeah, let's go.
You're really funny, did you know that?
Meh.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny.
Okay, I'm still listening to epic like battle music.
Epic.
Okay, so Before we were rudely interrupted by my computer,
You
You-
computer.
you all sit up and look around, hearing the echoes of a fourth dimensional space whale in the back of your mind.
Again.
You look around and you see that hunched over, grayed Gith, now aged years and years from what you just saw him within that hallucination. Hey, you succeeded where others have failed. I should have had you on my crew that fateful day. You did not kill the whale, but you saved the ship. Quick thinking.
I mean, it was kind of obvious that the whale was just a little hungry. So you just food or give it food,
Just an animal.
and everything's a little better.
I wish I would have known your advice that fateful day. Or else this. And he gestures up to what looks to be the wood paneling from a ship that has crashed upside down in this land. Would not have happened.
This was that ship.
Yes. That's how I arrived here in Trusk. Here in this plane. I crashed. My crew, with the other keepers, we tried to shoot down the whale. But alas, it destroyed our ship first. We plummeted through dimensions, and this is where we ended up. I've decided to stay here with my vessel until this very day.
So, what dimension were you in before the attack?
Oh, yes. What you all saw is what is referred to as the astral plane.
Well, check that one off the list of planes.
It itself is one of the largest planes. It exists not in a realm of its own, but in between them all. The space between planes is the sea. And I used to traverse that before that damned whale.
Well, I'm sorry that it had to ruin your voyage.
Well, had you all been there with me, it would not have. And so, I feel as though you've earned this. And he lifts up his left wrist and takes this clasp off that opens this device. I bestow this to all of you. And he holds his hands out with the golden wrist device out for you to accept.
I reach out for it.
And you take it. You picked up this surprisingly lightweight device. Please return it when it is done.
So how's this thing work?
Why, can you read Gith, son?
No, I cannot.
Yes.
You glance over, And what is previously these scribbles, it looks to be, the characters within it look to resemble that of Korean or Japanese, or those Asian languages that are very like large symbols that have different, they don't connect very often. They have these big swirls around one another. And you look as they slowly start to morph into common.
You see, it's not calibrated to the Rat King's lair, so you're going to have to try and calibrate it to the other portal devices. Although it may be not exact.
And Sweetie, you look as you see the two dials, and you are able to turn them to different calibration points. As you can see, it opens to a multitude of planes. You see the Shadowfell, the I can't think, the Feywild, as well as several elemental planes referred to as simply fire, water, earth, and air. You see the Abyss is not a part of the list, but in fact, the layers of hell are. But as you make your way around, the other dial allows you to turn to set points, set checkpoints they've set up, and you see one that refers to itself as the other portal device. And then it gives the location on the dial to pick it up, twist it, and slam it down.
Are we at full health and resources?
You are indeed.
Okay.
Anything that happened to you there, as well as Sweetie's 6 vials of basilisk, are all still in the pot. Everything's there. Nothing was wasted.
Roku's hand charge?
That should have
Roku,
been
you have your
obvious
hand
from the
charges.
beginning.
I just wanted
It
to
could
It really should have been
been
obvious.
could have been the you die in the game, you die in real life type scenarios.
I mean,
Well-
for Roku, I was about to jump off the dimension orb and the ship for him.
It was
Right.
obvious, boys. I threw the vials and it purposely went for the vials. It was obviously hungry.
Full time. Yeah.
So it went drugs.
I'm glad you picked up on that. Yeah.
Drugs.
Drugs.
Drugs. Anyway, so are we just gonna go now?
Uh,
I want to put it on. Not hit it. Not hit it. I just mean clamp it on.
Sort of like, and there's a small clamp that you push it in, and it's less as you wear it, it's less like an Omnitrix, and it's more like a Pit Boy from Fallout. It's got the the big wheel.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very large on your arm, and it dangles off like some sort of baggy sleeve, and it accidentally
Yu-Gi-Oh
rolls.
card holder.
Yes, yeah.
Are you guys ready? I mean, what's our plan here?
Take all the time you need. I only ask for its safe return.
We'll do our best, sir. Just give a little head nod. I don't mean any what's the word I'm looking for? I don't mean to be rude when I say this, but I think we're going to go somewhere a little bit more private just to talk about our plans, what we're going to do next.
Yes, you are free to leave. I did not mean to keep you.
Well,
Thank you for having us and giving us this device tomorrow.
Of course, of course.
And he sort of like gestures towards the door, and as you all walk past him, he grabs a hold of Roku's sleeve.
I've never seen someone attempt to ride the whale before. Where did you gain such courage, son?
It's what you get from being the son of Cord, I suppose.
You mean the one from which the temple has been built here in Trusk.
That was unfortunately not for me, but a fake.
I've met your brother.
Yeah. Well, he's no more. He was nothing but a liar.
What do you mean he is no more? For he is surely alive.
No. No, I ended his life as he deserved.
I'm afraid that's not possible. Unless you ventured deep within the depths of the earth, sir.
What do you mean?
Your brother, Krevaku.
The third.
You
Where?
mean you weren't aware that you had another brother?
Oh, I knew. I just figured he'd find me and I wouldn't have to find him.
Do you intend to kill him, sir?
The first one threatened me, and we'll see if he does. I'm hoping not.
I have not seen Krevaku in millennia. He was caught and stowed within the depths of the ocean by a race of Elithids. He's held in a prison underneath their guard. He was a tyrant, and the Elithids were the only one able to subdue him.
Did you say millennia?
It's been
1,000
many
years.
I lost track of time. But yes, over, I would say 1,500 years ago.
Could you do me a favor while we're away? Could you find me an accurate map or depiction of where he's at?
Yes, I can try to point you in the last direction I remember. Give me time to draw something up. I have work to do now. Oh, it's nice to be busy at my old age.
Thank you.
As he goes to sit down, he
Be careful of Grivaku. He's probably worse than you're even imagining. And I hope you use your godly powers for more divine sources than he.
Thank you, sir.
and then I presume you follow the rest of your party out the door.
Yep.
Moat?
Oz, sweetie, you're kind of like standing outside the door as you like step out and start trying to think of plans. You turn back and realize Roku isn't with you for a solid minute until he eventually joins you outside of the house.
What was that about?
I know who my third brother is and roughly where he is.
Okay.
What, separated at birth, or
Uh,
I mean,
is this like the last guy?
currently he is much older than any of us.
He's
And,
40?
Try 1,500 or more.
So he's dead.
It does not sound like
Should be
it,
an
no.
easy win.
Sounds like he's very much alive, but imprisoned.
So what, you're going to beat the dead horse?
I must see him.
Okay, see you in Trusk.
But what?
See you in Trusk? Oh, wait, you
No.
say he's in prison. Did we
He's-
free him
He's
That's
imprisoned
Kotua?
in by a what did he say the race was that imprisoned him?
The Illithids.
Illithids.
The Illithids.
Something you've heard before.
Tom has not.
Tom
Ooh.
Roku certainly has. Tom just probably doesn't remember.
The last time we heard of the Lithids was on the boat when I met the fish people.
Yes.
Do you know who Zoidberg is? Imagine that.
What?
Zoidberg or the
Scary.
Ood from Doctor Who?
They are tentacle
Mix those
faced
two
monsters that live under the sea. You saw them as well with that large what are they called? They start with an A.
Oh wait, I know what you're talking about. The giant sea serpent thing. Right?
Aboleth.
That
Yes,
was
you
on-
ran
oh,
into the aboleth
yeah,
that
that's right.
described the undersea race of Illithids. Although they've also been referred to as mind flayers, if you know them in that context. This is a thing that has happened because the aboleth, when he told you about it, you tried to cast suggestion on him or maybe something. I remember you specifically casting a spell on him.
Me on him?
Yeah,
Wasn't it like the hold or dominate monster or
it
something?
might have been something like that. But yes, point is, and you fought him when you were caught on that sandbar with the Savory
yeah.
Avery ship. You fought him and the people he's imprisoned mentally.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, but he told you about a race of underwater dwelling.
He was like the guardian to him or something, right?
He was he
or a
called himself the
seeker.
gatekeeper. Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently that
Yeah,
news
talk to him.
upset Tom.
Yeah, I was like, I was in mid conversation when that
Man
roll-
straight up just
Well, okay, his dog's also being a piece of shit. Like,
Yeah, well,
Tom
what
doesn't
else
have
is new?
sheets on his bed. Tom,
Fucking
can you tilt down your
dogs
camera a
chewing
little
on
bit
my-
so we can see how many sheets are on your bed?
My camera doesn't tilt down any. None
Doesn't?
actually. There, you got like
The lack of sheets.
I got like a
Oh.
couple blankets and shit. And there was a sheet,
Are-
and then he tore it off, as he does frequently.
Okay, so where's this guy imprisoned?
He's imprisoned by the Illithids, deep underwater.
That's gonna be hard to get to.
Wait. Do you know which do Illithids live in like tribes?
No, I do not
Or
know,
anything?
but Lamont Scrap is nice enough to draw me a map for when we return, and we can see then.
Well, because I don't know if you remember. You probably should, but happened like, I don't know, 2 weeks ago. There's the place over yonder, you know, when I met my people, the
Fish
What are they
people,
called?
Fish people. Fish
Huatoans.
people.
Scotoans?
Huatoans.
Kua,
Huatoans.
K-U-A, T-O-A. Huatoa.
Yeah, my Kuatoan people. Remember the big eel guy? I think he had like one eye. He was like the gatekeeper of the. Anyway, there should be, let's see, Trusk mainlands that way. They should be that way. Probably like 2 days. Is that accurate?
Roll a history check for me.
If I'm on
You guys have sailed this coastline a lot, but remembering directions could be a bit iffy for you.
I just got here.
Yeah, that's true.
because I know I'm
Dude,
like,
Hogar would have
Avery
been
is
like
thinking about it. I think correctly.
30 degrees south.
Yeah.
1 hour or 1
I
day,
rolled
20 hours.
I rolled a 7. But I know that I think I'm like 80% correct, but I rolled a 7. So do with that what you
Yeah,
what you
totally.
want.
Your guess that you gave was your guess that you gave. I just wanted to see if you could, if you rolled a nice history check, I would have elaborated further. But yeah, you think it's about 2 days
Gotcha.
at whatever. Yeah.
So if it's the same people, I don't know. That could be one tribe of illithids. That could be all the damn illithids in the planet. I don't know. I've never met one, or I've never had a civil conversation with one. But it's probably like 2-ish days that way.
Right. We'll see what Lamont Scrap has to say about that when we return. He's
So-
been imprisoned for 15,000 years. He can wait a little longer.
1,500.
1,500.
15,000 is pretty fucking crazy.
That's a long time.
Only 1,500 years being in prison, okay? It's nothing crazy, nothing ridiculous.
Anyone want to say your goodbyes? Grab anything, or are we just gonna go?
We need to plan first.
Thought it was pretty clear. We drop in, kill the dude, leave.
How are we gonna tell which soul is Hogar's?
I mean, he could have just been bluffing it, still in the bow.
Well, what if he has 1,000 of those canisters that are all exactly the same? How are we gonna tell which one's Hogar?
We'll try all
Question.
1,000 of them on the rat.
Did
Reanimate him 1,000 times.
the souls ever react in any particular way to certain objects? So, like, say, like, this is my thought process. If I have Hogar's
Oh,
insert item, say I have no. Say I have Hogar's, like, did he have like a
Arrow?
pendant or anything?
yeah,
Let's just say I have like an arrow or a bow or something like that, and I brought it around to each soul. And if one starts reacting a lot, I know, like, oh, this one was either an archer, died to an arrow, or is Hogar.
You
Is
have
that like a
not
thing?
experienced that before, but you've also never tried it before. So you
Yeah.
I
So it's a
mean,
viable option.
you
that
still have
might
3 soul
probably help.
containers on in between your party. Maybe you might have opened one. I don't remember.
We never opened any of them.
Okay, then you have 3 still.
I mean, do you want to see what happens when you open one?
How do we open them?
Aren't they just models?
I
Are they
thought
just
they're like
models?
sealed lanterns.
They're sealed lanterns. Yeah.
Mm,
You the only opening. It doesn't have an opening on it, like a weight plate to open it, but you can like break it. It's just glass.
does the soul just go free if you break it?
I don't know. But also, I remember Mima said that she looked into these and said they all looked non-human or non-sentient, non. They looked evil or scary or beastly. I don't think any of these are Hogar, but if you want to try breaking one and see what happens, be my guest.
I mean, I'm not 100% sure about. I think we should break them right now, at least. But we definitely need to find your friend's soul. Because either the rat somehow got it out of the bow, or it's still in the bow.
I mean, I want to inspect that canister one more time.
Mhm.
Is there a safer way? Can we try and open this while preserving the container? In order to open this, do I have
Roll
to
an
break the
investigation
glass?
check for me.
It's a glass box. I rolled a fucking 2. My rolls are
Oz, since you guys are both in this conversation, Oz you can examine it as well if you would wish.
Okay. Let me see there. That plus that equals 22.
22. As Sweetie looks at it and like is like squinting at it, he's like taking off his monocle and putting it back on and like adjusting it.
you try to examine what is the foundation of this, and it looks to be like welded shut. The bottle looks completely like sort of shut off, and you can see no way of opening it besides breaking the glass. The glass itself doesn't seem thick or bulletproof. It just seems it seems intentionally frail, if anything.
The only way to open it is to break it. What did what is the item that he gave us that he said we're gonna be able to extract the Ring Queen soul? Or something like that? Because he gave us the
Sorry, what was that?
Where's the item that he gave us to put the Raven Queen's line spark in? I mean, didn't he give us something like that?
I thought we had an empty canister.
It's possible. This is kind of the thing you guys keep track of.
I mean, I know
Roku,
he
do
gave us
you have any soul canisters?
something to put the Raven Queen's soul in.
I
line
have
spark in.
I have 3, and they are all 3 filled, if I remember correctly.
I thought the Rat King gave us one that was empty, but I don't remember who
I'm
took
pretty
it.
sure he gave you something to capture the spark with.
Yeah. That's what
He
I'm
did
saying.
not give you a canister. It was, I think, or maybe it was a canister, but it was something to capture the spark with.
I apologize. I don't know why I didn't write this down. Usually I write things down.
Since we cannot quite recall, including myself, yes, I'm assuming whatever he gave you was an empty soul canister.
Okay.
And I believe his actions when trying to get the divine spark into the soul container was very vague. And I believe he said something along the lines of like, you'll know what to do. It'll happen on its own,
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like
Yeah,
that.
that's pretty much what he said.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Roku, if you want to do the honors and break one to see what happens, I mean, go ahead.
So do you throw it at your feet?
He's going to get possessed.
Smash it onto the ground. You see the blue soul immediately as it escapes through the broken glass, then explodes all of the glass around it, leaving this like shrapnel around you as the two sides of the container explode. And this soul creates this sort of fire on the ground. It's this blue flame like energy that kicks up, and you see the very outline of a person start to reach up, and you see as it's swinging his hands around, the fire seems to grow as well, and I need all 3 of you to make dexterity saving throws.
+3 to everybody around here.
All right. Thank you. That's good. That's better than at least I got a lot better.
18.
17.
Sweet.
24.
So you all hop out of the way with the flames still burst up at you as you see this, what looks to be the soul fighting as it swings around. It merges in half, and it just, this big cacophony of energy, and suddenly it just, like a tornado, it just swirls up and vanishes. As you all take 16 points of force damage.
I'm holding fucking grenades on my hip.
Basically.
Grenades that are also people.
I'm gonna start using them as grenades.
People grenades. People grenades, yes.
As all people should be.
So you're saying, oh, can we just go to hell, grab a bunch of these canisters, and start killing people, taking their souls, then using them as grenades?
They're a renewable resource grenade.
As long as we have the canisters.
We'll open a gateway to hell. That's our own personal guarded gateway. Oh, you think Doug would have made he would have like automated all this? stealing canisters, killing people, filling them with souls, using the souls in combat.
Yeah, totally something a Doug thing to do.
Getting the new souls from the old
Do things
souls.
without his longsword. That definitely sounds Dougish.
Yeah, he probably would have attached one of these to the sword just to like make sure he could scoop up their souls and he killed them.
Pommel hit someone, just bah! Grenade right there. Okay.
He
Anyway,
only used
um,
pure null souls.
the soul. What happened? You said it just kind of flew up into the sky, or like a what happened to it?
Was there like discernible features to this man or woman?
Person. Let me just give it gender.
This creature.
Well, I mean, there's only two, so.
So yeah, you guys all just kind of stare. The glass and the canister is like shattered. And sorry, did you ask me a question? I didn't. I thought you were talking
asked
to
if
each
there was
other.
discernible features.
We're seeing
Sorry, I thought you were talking to each other. You guys all
Still
noted.
listening.
You guys all saw it was just a very generic shape of a body, and it just kind of clawed its way around. It looked to just immediately harm anything in its general vicinity, and then it disappeared completely.
Violent motherfucker. I wonder if the next one will be different.
Yeah, the next one you smash will just hug you around the waist and give a big old kiss on the face.
So wait, after it like, so what happened to it? It like exploded, and then the soul just kind of flew away.
The soul, you didn't
What you
see it
said?
like
It just
fly
poofed
away.
out of
It
existence.
just kind of just disappeared. You don't know where it went.
I want to say a soul like that would be magic. So I'm gonna cast the first level spell, Detect Magic, and I want to look around and see if it's like invisible, like flying away, or if it's like a signal getting
I'd be
fainter and
able to
fainter,
see
like
it
it's
if it was invincible, right?
Yeah. If it like distinctly
Stop.
turned invisible, you'd be able to see it.
But it didn't. So
But no, you guys only see the remnants. These blue particles on the ground. They're just kind of like embers of what the soul fire was, and they all sort of like slowly dissipate one by one.
but like the soul is just like gone completely.
Yeah, from the looks of it, yeah, you can't see it.
I wonder if whatever this was decided to go back to its body, or if it
found a new body. Oh God.
Just- found a new body, or if it just died, disappeared from existence.
Or maybe went to it in the afterlife of sorts.
Isn't that where it went
I mean-
before it got here?
No, it was in this bottle.
But
I
it
mean,
went-
I think it would be the thing to just break the canisters to either move them to their afterlife or to maybe save them.
well, we don't have to
or-
do it now. We could wait till an advantageous time.
We could use them in combat like we just almost did. I'm not saying that it would be
It didn't hurt that much. In all honesty. I mean, yeah, I would like to rest before we go fight the Rat King now, but it didn't really
well.
hurt
Also, I
too
think
much.
we dodged it pretty well.
Yeah.
Okay, now think about this.
Is the thing on the ground repairable?
The
Or
glass
is it completely?
the glass is completely shattered into the metal sort of corners that sort of house the metal have been like blown up and like curved, and they are apart now. It's like when you stick something in like
Okay.
a gun barrel in a cartoon and it like explodes outward. So if you theoretically were able to repair that, if only one of your party members had the ability to repair things magically, but unfortunately that is no longer the case.
Does this look like something I could make? Or is there is there
Theoretically.
is there inner workings to it that are something I couldn't do? Like something magical?
You're not sure how the soul gets in the container. Other than that, you can build a container. You think if you had the right resources.
Okay.
But you don't know what quality.
I don't think that's the. I just regard. I don't know.
Hey,
That's
Roku.
basically building a container.
You worked at a blacksmith for a bit. What type of metal is this? As I like kind of kick the glass around and metal parts.
This is just standard steel. Yes. Is it just standard steel?
Roll an investigation check. You can roll with add your proficiency modifier to it because you're proficient with blacksmith tools or whatever. Smith
16.
tool. It looks to be a bit stronger than like average steel, but it doesn't differ in like quality. You think, perhaps this steel would work. Perhaps it's an otherworldly metal, but it doesn't
It's
look.
tungsten.
It doesn't look to be necessary for the whole thing to stay intact, since it's going to just blow up anyways.
It's
As
just
a like.
regular steel.
Okay, I was just wondering because, what if it was the metal that just like sucked up the soul? So, are we ready to go?
No, I'm hurt.
How are you
Every
hurt?
hit point counts for a wizard.
Who hurt you?
Well, if you want to be technical, Roku.
I mean, Sweetie told me to do it.
Oh yeah, if you want to be technical, Sweetie, you hurt me. How couldn't you?
Well, if we want to be more technical, we could say the Rat King, the Bear King, or the Lord of the Hunt. If you want to be even more technical, we could say the goddamn
Okay, all right,
Seekers.
okay. Everybody settle down.
I just need a
We're going to hell or not?
rest. I need a little short rest. Get my health up. No, you guys should probably take a little short rest too.
At this point, why don't we just take a long rest? A little 8-hour nap.
I mean, sure. If you wanna.
I guess, whatever.
Back in the ship? Question mark.
Just gonna make camp in front of this guy's house.
On top of it. Climb up the hill. Lay in the grass.
I'm too heavy for that.
Pull out my incense. Ooga ooga ooga. No, I'm gonna skip the ritual thing because I got it would take a long rest anyways. And now I got bread back.
Okay, so are you guys just kind of like sitting down out the front here? It's not in the city. It's out in like kind of the country. So like you have room to work. Like there is grass, just kind of nowhere. You can camp up wherever.
I got this tiny hut.
I don't want to be like right in front of his door, but I want to
Tree.
be like. I want to kind of go away from his house, so I'm not like super close to like the front of it. Like I don't want to be like within like 100 feet of his house
First
because
tree I
that's
see.
weird.
Yeah, there's trees a couple hundred feet away. It devolves into sort of a forest on the far eastern side of this continent. The only, as you move closer to the trees, the only visible thing within sight is the large ivory fortress that you have seen previously.
And now let's me set up camp. I start drawing runes in the ground.
Mhm.
Casting tiny hut.
What color would you like your hut to be?
Blue.
You guys all kind of sit around beside this tree, and you see the hut circulate around you. Though it's now nice and warm, as opposed to the slight crispness of the outside.
And then I'm gonna ritual my bird. And now sleep time.
Thank you, Oz.
You pull out the box of the beginner's familiar kit, as you pop it out, you pull out this dragon like decal. It's this large, stone base, and it has this sort of long, curled, sort of Chinese dragon design. And in its hands, it holds the stick of incense that you put in, and it rises upwards, and you light it, giving the inside of this dome a nice and pleasant smell. As you guys can see, the smoke sort of filter out of the top of the dome like a transparent chimney. But as you do so, you start to like make shapes with this smoke and sort of collapse it into a bird-like shape. You make it nice.
Bean, some nice little claws.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said a bird. What are you making?
Yeah, I'm making I said a bean, like the body.
Mm-hmm.
Or like a big bean.
You also said paws?
I said wings, claws.
Oh, I thought you said paws. I was like, that ain't no fucking
No,
bird.
let's just have a sweet toy in my mouth.
Yeah, you start, and then finally, it explodes into existence with a burst of feathers that falls around you. And you can see its panicked look in its eyes. It's like, you can see it nuzzles into your face, giving that sort of quality of it can be any different kind of animal. So it's weird. It's the same soul in a different animal. So it nuzzles almost like a cat would against you, despite being a bird beak poking into your neck. The other,
like being a bird the most.
what do you guys do?
And now I sleep. With my bird and my book.
I watch Oz do his thing and then go to sleep.
You see, what I'm gonna do is, first off, after they go to sleep, I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna stare at them for a little bit before going to sleep myself.
Are you walking me sleep?
Yeah, why would you stare? Why are you staring? Is there any particular reason? Or are you just
No, I'm just going to sleep.
all right?
Yeah.
You guys all kind of lay back and find it very difficult to sleep, as you had just previously been to sleep at Lamac's house, and then maybe an hour before that asleep on your ship. So you all kind of just sit there with your eyes closed, and at the end of the 8 hours, it's almost as if you don't know if you had slept or you had your eyes closed. You kind of were just in between all night. Not all night, all day, as it slowly devolves into nighttime in this like forest area. And as you wake up, you look around and you see outside of your transparent for you, but opaque for anyone on the outside, you see a small, small compared to you guys, but it would be probably pretty large for the average, like compared to a dog. It'd be like one of those like big like Malamutes. It's a brown animal with large tusks sticking out of its face as it what you would determine as a warthog is now sort of crouched and sniffing.
Oh, fuck yeah.
In your general area as you sleep. Those of you who are in Trusk know that these are native to Trusk. They were bred there intentionally due to their tusks.
Can I like walk out the back and go around to I want to try not to startle it.
It sits around sniffing and it's are interlaced with snorts. And as you sort of like walk around the outside, it's continuously staring into this pale blue that is the exterior of this dome and is trying to sniff for something. You see it in front of you as you are behind it.
Can I make like I'm gonna make like a little.
It stops and cranks his head over his shoulder. Its tusk sticking out on you. Its ugly ass appearance. Looks over and
It's fucking beautiful.
it sort of like sulks over to you a little bit. I need you to make an animal handling check.
What was it wisdom?
Wisdom, yeah.
Doesn't matter. 13.
13. It seems apprehensive walking towards you. It stops about halfway. You can see it kind of get into a pose that looks like it could charge you, but it seems apprehensive.
I have rations. I know I have rations because I have a Dungeoneer's pack.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna whatever's in a ration, I'm gonna try and feed it to it.
It sort of like stares, and you throw out these like these dried meats. You can see its big curved tusks and its oddly shaped face go and chomp into it on the ground. It has a slight overbite, giving it this like more monstrous appearance as most. And it has a big stripe down the middle of its back, but its skin is like red or not red, brown and wrinkly, and it has little white hairs sprouted all over.
He's just like me.
And he's proceeding to just chomp away on this these rations. And at that moment, the orbits or the hut itself just dissipates as the time on it has ran up. But with that, you kind of just as you wake up, you look over at this warthog that is currently snacking next to you. You can hear it. It's giving off this wet sort of noise.
Roku, what the hell are you doing?
And it's sort of like
I'm gonna get its attention with a little piece of meat, and I'm gonna try and pet it.
roll another animal handling check.
Oh hell yeah! 15 this time.
It sort of like walks over to your hand and you like let go of this and you're like, whoa, like it was a close call to him biting directly into your hand. But he sort of mashes it in his mouth and stands there looking warthog like. It's caked in mud and pretty gross looking.
Him and I are best friends.
Explains why he tried to bite you. Now, come on, we're going to go to hell. It's not like it's
Bye.
going to come with us.
Bye, friend.
And sort of looks up and
Okay. I gotta apply my salve before we leave.
It's a damn
Okay.
pig. It's not going to remember him.
you crack that open. And as it does, the particles that are from the positive energy plane flow out and hit you in the eye very quickly. And you're like, ah! And it feels like you got sprayed directly in the eye with like water as your eye is now dripping. And for all of those who look, you see this black necrotic ooze out of his eye.
I was going to ask why he just spat in his face and then realized he has the eye of Vecna.
Ooh, that's nice.
Well. My friend must be off to hell.
Bye, best friend.
Pig. It won't remember shit.
I bet you he's gonna be here when we get back, and we're taking him with us. Not to hell.
No.
That's dangerous.
Will you take care of him? That's a real question. Owning an animal is responsible.
We've always taken good care of animals on our ship.
Then where are our animals? Right now, where is my pet?
Well,
And where's Hogarth's pet?
That is your problem, and Hogar's dead. Well, kind of dead.
Stop here arguing and
Where are
let's
our
go to hell
pets?
already.
If we take good care of them, we should know where they are, correct?
Well, you should know where they are. It is.
Okay, then when we get back, pig is. Since you take such good care of your pets.
I bet you this pig will be right here. Ain't that right?
You look down at it and it starts to like poke into your shoe a bit, and it starts to like grind its teeth on the leather, the metal. Actually, you're not wearing like boots. You're wearing like
See,
armor.
Boots.
best friends.
This thing still sounds like it's acting better than Tom's real dog.
Right.
Sadly, it is.
Well, y'all ready?
Yep.
I thought Oz was wearing it.
I can't read it, so we have
Because
to
I
him.
can read it.
So should we put our hands on your shoulders or stand in a circle?
I thought it was hold hands.
We hold
Alright.
hands. Oh, you're new to this.
No,
we have to hold
I was
hands.
forced to do this once before.
You have to hold hands.
Alright.
It doesn't work if you don't hold hands. Actually, someone's going to have to hold my elbow while I hit it.
Alright.
Anyway,
I hold the elbow.
My left hand's rubbing on Oz.
and so yeah, being held here and holding on Roku here. Layers of hell. The last device or that one. Okay.
And it says the other device. You click on the coordinate to other portal device, and it says the abyss, not hell.
That's where we're expecting to go.
You guys all just, you can feel your like energy change as suddenly you get, and you feel a very sudden falling motion. Roku, you feel something that resembles going through that different dimension with on the whale, except it's very quick and all of a sudden you guys all Roku. Do you have dark vision, Roku? You do, right? You're a half orc?
Yes. As well as I can see through darkness, if that's the...
Okay. You guys, you smell must immediately, and you hear the sound of running water. Those of you who can see in the dark, which I believe is only Roku, see that they're standing in about an ankle high, not stream, because that gives off some expectations that the water is running. You're sitting in stagnant water, and it smells just like it. The water is grayed and full of different things. Muck is everywhere. You're in this sort of tunnel, something that resembles almost a sewer, as you see stone bricks all around you and pure darkness in front of you. And that is where we will pick up next week.
Well,
Sorry, Tom. Sorry to disappoint.